Hi, I'm Paula from Paula's DIY Decor and welcome to my channel. I'm the crafter from Down Under and today I'm going to share with you part 2 of my beautiful blue and white ginger jar inspired tablescape series. For my first DIY, I'm going to share with you how I make a blue and white salad plate dupe. I like to lay out my plates in advance so I can see how all the colours and all the designs come together. Now you can see that I'm laying out my paper napkin, my blue and white paper napkin and my Mikasa crockery, but for me it seemed a little bit too plain, so I used some plastic plates with some gold dots on them to really pep out the table. And then I used a blue and white salad plate dupe to really make my table sing. Now to make the blue and white salad plate dupe, you're going to need some plastic plates, salad plate size or entree size, your blue and white paper napkin, or really any design that suits your fancy. You're going to trace out the paper napkin, and remember to ensure that you that you pull apart the layers on your paper napkin until you get to the design layer. Then I went ahead and painted the edges of my plastic plate with white paint. It's just paint I had in my stash. And then what I did was I used Mod Podge to then glue or adhere the round paper napkin cutout onto the center of my plate. Now I'm going to show you 2 different ways to cut out a beautiful paper design onto your salad plate. The first design I'm going to show you is starting from the edge. I just used some bowls that I had in my kitchen that happened to be the right size for this plate, and cut out the outer edge. You can see this through the video better than I'm explaining it, and then using the Mod Podge just glue down the outer edge. The second way of laying down the design onto your paper napkin is to start from the inside out, and so I used the inner circle and laid it onto the plate, and then as you can see me here, I didn't actually cut out the frame of the plate. I used the cutout or the template of the inner circle and laid it directly onto the plate, and I actually found that this was much better for me because it allowed me to cut out a much smoother circle on the inside. So it's really up to you the best way that you want to lay your paper napkin onto your plate. You can actually lay it out all in one piece and glue it and adhere it down. I just liked the outer layer and then the inner layer of the plates. I thought it was a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more elegant, and doing it from the inside out seemed to work better in terms of less jagged edges, more smoother cut out circles or smoother edges, if that makes sense. So to seal my salad plate, I just used some gloss Mod Podge and gave it a nice healthy coat all over the plate. Remember, these plates are decorative only. Do not eat from these plates. I don't have the budget to have different types of crockery for the different tablescapes that I create. So hopefully you've been inspired to create salad plates or crockery items on a budget using plastic plates and paper napkins. So here's the final product, a beautiful blue and white salad plate to complement our blue and white tablescape in our ginger jar inspired series. So for my second DIY, I'd like to show you how I made a beautiful blue and white temple jar dupe. My inspiration came from humblehome.com.au. They had a beautiful temple jar, but it was priced at $89, way above my budget. So I used a peanut jar actually. It's a plastic container that was full of cashews and peanuts, and I used some blue and white paper napkins and some white paint. My paint was what I had in my stash. You can use chalk paint, acrylic. I just had some house paint, so I used that. What the white paint does is it makes the paper napkin really stand out when you Mod Podge it onto the plastic jar. You're going to peel away the layers of your paper napkin so that you get right down to just the print, and then a little bit at a time you're going to lay down some Mod Podge and you're going to gently place the paper napkin onto the plastic container. Scrunch up some cling wrap or some plastic film. It makes the paper napkin glide really smoothly, and you're going to piece by piece lay down the paper napkin all over the plastic container. If you're liking this temple jar dupe or this video, please subscribe to my channel and press that bell button so that you can be alerted every time I upload a video. Now, the paper napkin that I'm using as part of this video, I actually purchased in Australia from Spotlight, so I'll put the link to the paper napkin below in the description panel. The plastic jar I actually got from Costco. As I said, it was full of peanuts and cashews, but the style and the shape, the squareness of it was a perfect dupe for a temple jar. And I got my inspiration for this temple jar and the ginger jar in this series really from my travels around Asia, where it's very common to see beautiful blue and white ginger jars and temple jars used to display flowers. They're used as decorative items in a lot of family homes and in hotels, and actually the original ginger jar and temple jars were made of porcelain. Now, of course, you can find them in ceramic, which makes them a little bit more affordable, but of course for this video, completely out of my budget, even the ceramic version. So I wanted to dupe it and see if I could do it completely on a budget. The entire project has cost me a few dollars. So I hope you're inspired to do the same. Now, to seal your temple jar, just give the entire jar a healthy layer of Mod Podge. I've used gloss Mod Podge so that it can be nice and shiny and it looks like porcelain or it looks like ceramic. Make sure that you cover the entire jar as much as you can on the inside and the outside. And here's the finished temple jar with beautiful flowers displayed. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely one of my favourites. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make this temple jar and inspired to do the same. I really enjoyed making this, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. See you soon. Bye.